wrapping trash bags just like the show hoarders. Oh, this nigga think I'm playing, I'ma get the spraying. Put the gun in his mouth, can't understand shit he's saying. Yo, you know what it is. It's your boy Geechi Gotti. We are here, the CC show, also known as Conference Call. You know what I mean, where the bosses talk. We missing my guy Craig. Y'all already know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Craig has some prior engagements today, but hey, you still got your boy and you got my other co-host in the building.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Ethan from the Riot, No Studio, and Compromise Media Stand Up. You know what it is.
Fuck up.
And then we got our other co-host right here, Mr. Battle Rap Encyclopedia.
Yeah, that Battle Rap Encyclopedia holder.
It's the money, the great, man. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Pick the future battles, everything, all that. One, you know what I'm saying? No Studio and Network, man. The money, the great, Geechi Gotti, FRAK, Ethan, Levi on the cameras.
Yeah, man. One of our reoccurring guests always pull up to the No Studio and Network. Pops in, pops out, you know what I mean? Shows love, man. We got Frakavelli, Frak Hoffa, man. Big Frak in the building. What's going on with you, man?
What's good, man? Frak White.
Frak White, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I've come to the No Studio and Geechi podcast many times.
You gotta sit back.
Yeah, man.
You gotta learn how to roll like that, my boy. You're a real smoker. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that hard, man. Shout out, y'all got that Central Ave on. Don't shout out my boy Central Ave clothing. I see you. But yeah, man, how
Every
you
time
been,
I pull
man?
up to the Geechi Gotti podcast, I always come with gifts.
Come on, man. Come on, man. My boy, stay with the snacks, man.
So first of all,
right, what we got this time?
We got the Mamba fruit chews.
I
know Geechi's a Mamba guy.
A
mature snack for you, Ethan. I got you a little Quaker Oats caramel rice crisp.
Oh, no, look what he get me, bro.
For the man himself.
For the man himself.
Young Limon Lay. I got the Limon Lay.
What's up, man? Frak came through. Frak came through, man. Come on, man. He came
awesome,
through, man.
Appreciate you.
We appreciate you. Know we
said she got me on 10. It's about to get messy.
Man. But yeah, man, we talking battle rap, man. This is where the bosses talk. This is the conference call, man, and you being one of the esteemed battlers, you know what I'm saying, in this culture, you know what I'm saying, that made a lot of noise as of late and things of that nature. One of the dope things we saw was people talking about being signed to the URL and things of that, man. So what's that about, man? How's that going?
About me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to P about this since the Diz battle, so that was like 2020 now. And it's something that, you know, exclusivity is something I can't really imagine for myself, but could be convinced in the right situation because I don't battle that much. So if I didn't have to battle too much a year and did it, but the recent development is Smack actually hosted my battle with SoulCon in Toronto.
Crazy. And
you know, P always says, you know, once Smack knows who you are, we could get you a bigger battle. But then Smack hosted my battle. And first he came up to me, he was like, hey, Sean, we're going to make some history to get him, you know? Like, actually, the first thing he said when someone got on camera, which is hilarious, is like, you didn't have to do him like that, my boy. Like, because I fucked SoulCon up. But then But then Smack actually gave me his number. I still, you know, I don't really know how to start the text. You know, Should I ask about his favorite shows or?
Be like, yo, man, I got some Henny to the stage, Smack. man.
Two Hennies to the stage. We need 2 Hennies to the
still
stage.
strategizing my first text, you know. But I definitely think this year would be a great year to do URL.
For sure.
I also obviously would love to do RBE, King of the Dot. I want to be one of those dudes who
try to touch his little bit.
You know what I'm saying? But obviously URL is like the bucket list league that I feel like would be great for my career to do.
Most definitely. There's a lot of matchups over there. I can see, you know what I mean, like style clash matchups and matchups that make sense as well. So I would love to see you over there whenever the time comes, though. You know what I'm saying? We definitely
I'm
waiting
just
to see that.
letting it be natural. You know, I think that it's going to happen with the best.
That's the best way forward. How do you feel about the battle with SoulCon? First of all, long live Paste, rest in peace, Paste. Great event, beautiful put on. Shout out to the whole culture, everybody that made it out, the battlers who put it on, you know, free. Just did it out of the love to help raise money for the family. Like, that's something that's commended. Gotta be respected, gotta be loved, you know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody on the card. You had a battle versus a long-time legend in battle rap, though, you know, who just came back. I think he had like one battle before he was A-Ward, right? SoulCon A-Ward. And then you end up getting that shot at him, you know what I'm saying? Like, how was that just when they first asked you to battle him and for the card and everything?
Now, first of all, like, what you said is right. Like, that card was magical. in a way that battle rap events tend to be a little dope but standoffish because as battle rappers we're trying to protect our brands.
Facts.
It's love, but it's like 1 foot away. That event was a different energy because Pat's family was there. His woman was there, Melissa, who's a great person, her friends, Pat's brothers, and then Toronto just came out in droves. It was and all the battlers, we were just really in a way being vulnerable with each other and just showing love because now it's the whole
life
context
is
life is short. You never know when you're gonna give someone your flowers.
Real talk.
So it's just a really dope community event. And all the battle rappers came with this energy of it doesn't matter who wins or loses, it's just good vibes. Except Soulcon, because Soulcon was on Twitter before the battle just I'm gonna body that Kid FRAK. I'm gonna end his career. He's gonna want to quit battle rap after I dismantle him brutally. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I had hit him before that, hey, let's do a lighthearted battle for Pat, yada yada. And he was like, I wouldn't go that direction, kiddo. I would, he was really talking shit, he was gonna kill me.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, read the room, bro. It's a memorial event type shit.
Yeah, relax a little bit.
But that really propelled me into this energy of okay,
that's what you want to do. Then let's make it. Let's go. Facts.
And it got ugly in there in a way. Everything worked the way I wanted it to. Kind of the graph thing with Diz. There was a few moments in that battle where I knew he was gonna do something and he did it, and it went even better than
you expected.
Than I expected it to. And I was really nervous too, actually, because something I always do is overestimate my opponents. Yeah. So when he said he was gonna kill me and end my career, I was like, "Is Soulcon about to end my career?" I really
what do he got? Why he's so serious?
And he pulled out hella files on me, like he did against QP.
Yeah, just doing Ellis type of stuff.
Yeah, so I was kind of nervous. I was like, "Is this for what to get me canceled?" But it didn't really hit. And I respect Soulcon as a legend,
for sure.
As someone I was telling Ethan earlier, someone who really was the reason I started watching battle rap, him and Dumbfounded in the grind time days. That's when I started really tuning in when I was in middle school and shit. Yeah. So to battle someone like that was definitely an honor, especially on that card.
No, that's a fact. Man. You know what I mean? I definitely can't wait to see it. You know what I'm saying? They've already started releasing battles from that event. You know what I'm saying? It was Hollow and Sharon, Diz and Hollahan, G and Ill Mac. You know what I'm saying? So I know that battle's going to be dope. Besides that battle, though, I know all of them were dope because you said the energy. What were one of the battles you were most excited to see from that event just as a fan?
I knew about Jin Ilmac, just being Ilmac's boy.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to see Jin come back.
That's fire.
And I was just knowing that and knowing when it was gonna happen and the way it happened. It was just crazy. Fire. I was excited to see Roan Dumbfounded. Dumbfounded is a super legend to me. Yeah. I think he doesn't get talked about enough in today's battle rap because he's in his own world of podcast and success, but he's someone who I think should be. I think it was a perfect event for him to come back because Pat Stay and him both do this thing where they transcend battle rap and roast.
Definitely.
So that was a crazy battle, and he performed really well. Probably one of my favorite performances of his.
Definitely got a lot of respect for Dumbfounded, man. And that was a Roan as well, man. I feel like Roan is another slept on.
Definitely.
Battler
successful
outside that people don't talk about all the dope things he doing outside of battle rap, from TV shows to the Barstool, all of the stuff.
He put on our whole compliment battle, which was its own moment, and that was
Sling
all from
TV, Barstool Sports, everything. He got a whole show with Pat Beverly and all kind of things going on.
You ever watch that?
It's dope, man.
It's dope, man. They're a great pairing.
So salute Roan, man. Hopefully we can get you up here on the conference call one day, man, and come up here and just, talk your career, talk battle rap with you. You know what I mean? All things you got going on, man. We definitely want that, man. You know what I mean? When the time permits it. But, man, so, okay, we said Roan, we said Dumbfounded. We spoke on some of the legends. What legends, because you just battled Soulcon, you've been in there with Disaster. What legends are in your sights? Because you don't battle a lot, but if it's a hit list, before I hang it up, if I ever just, I'm done with it, I want to make sure I battle these cats right here, if I can.
What's funny is I feel like I'm actually on another wave right now where I feel like my last battles have been Thesaurus, Diz, you, Danny, and Solcon, all of which are kind of like veterans and legends, which is amazing, and I feel blessed. But I feel like I should battle someone, a more up and comer next, like someone
I like that.
more like someone who came up around the time as me, someone like A Ward, someone like
Frank versus A Ward is fire. I don't know why people don't talk about that. Make that happen.
Yeah.
No, they should be talking about that one.
That's probably gonna happen this year. Probably.
That's gotta happen.
And then also like if I do URL, like those cats who came up, like the Lou Castros, and those,
that'd be a good one.
Those type of people. The fucking problem is after that SoulCon battle, everyone came up to me and said, "I'm never battling you." Like Lou Castro and Mike P were there, and the first thing they said is, "Hey, Frak, I'm never battling you." Charlie Clips, I'm never battling you. I was like, these are people I would want to battle, like Mike P, Lou Castro, and they're like, facts. "Hey, man, not after you did him like that." But
do you feel like you fall into that category of like high risk, low reward kind of dude, where it's like, oh my, like great dude to battle, like it'll be a crazy battle, he'll probably smoke me. But at the same time, like, what kind of acclaim and shit like that do you get off of a smoker? Do you feel like you fall into that category?
I think so. I guess the one difference is I do have a fan base outside of battle rap, so people do want to battle me because they want to, like, the exposure of it. But especially with cats from like URL, who I'm, that's a part of battle rap. I feel fans still don't know me for. So to lose to someone that they don't know, like a nobody and stuff, that makes it a high risk battle. You know what I'm saying?
What would be some dudes you'd want to see on URL? Like you mentioned, Lou Castro, that'd be a great lineup. Of course, like you go onto URL and you're a white dude, they're gonna want to throw every single white dude that they have in the bag. Yeah, exactly. Like, let's not pretend that jokes don't write themselves for that battle. Like, come on, that'd be funny as hell. But what would be some people that you'd want to see personally?
That's a good question, man. I gotta just go see what I texted P back like last year. I was like, I texted
He's got
him
the hit
list, but I forget who I said. I said some random people, some people who are like more,
like established
people,
Like you got like a New Jersey twerk in there.
Ooh, I've never thought of that battle, but that would be crazy. That'd be a dream battle that's a legend I would want to battle.
What we were talking about earlier is that I really like you for some of those like more unorthodox style battles, like you versus Bill Collector. I feel it would be like a crazy battle because you both have your own kind of like charisma. You're both individual kind of charisma, but your styles are so different from each other that how would that really look on camera? How would that look in a battle?
Crazy.
You versus like another guy, another dude with like a weird energy or a weird type of rap style would be like a Jack Boy Maine or something like that. It's just something different. Like I said, they're always gonna try and throw you guys who they feel fit in the same box as you.
That's actually someone I said. I think I said like Sheed Happens, Jack Boy Maine, Loso.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Jerry West, like
fire.
Some of the more up and comer
Jerry, man.
People.
Jerry's always fire.
Smack set it up. B set it up, man.
All those I can see that Frak versus Sheed happens. Frak versus Jerry West.
I really like a lot of these dudes. I think a lot of them don't get the shine because they're on the app and they're in this box, but like. There's such good writers now on URL, like some of the most creative writers, like that guy Sheed, I think has a really pen. Lou Castro, they do different stuff, which I think is creative and inspires me. So it'd be cool to battle them.
Any females would you battle?
Good question.
Kings versus Queens or something. You know what I'm saying? Kings versus Queens.
I'm gonna think on that one, man. I'm gonna think on that. Yeah.
I mean, my verse goes, back and forth between like King of the Dot, URL, and something like that.
No, my verse is my homegirl, but that'd be a funny one for sure.
You and Jazz.
Me and Jazz. There's a storyline there.
Storyline there, man. You know what I'm saying? I like the storyline.
I saw Jazz saying she wanted to do a 2-on-2 with you.
Yeah, she did say that, man. So we might make that happen, man. You know
like
what I'm saying? She don't want to go against another male, female though. She want to go like two guys.
She want to go against two guys. She's at that point in her career.
Yeah, she said she wanted to be two guys.
I'm a big fan of her, man.
I think that would be crazy.
So other than like straight up regular battles, you're really well known for the compliment battles too, man. Who would be someone you'd want to see in a compliment battle?
Bro, after that one, man, I'm like, we
got one of the best ones.
We kind of like that was like the compliment battle. Ronan, Pat's Day, and ours. I feel like
we like the ones. Yeah.
Like honestly, I'm not even inspired to do it again after that one. Really? I feel like we
hit the apex on that.
Yeah, like I can't think of a better match. Like honestly, maybe like battling a woman in a compliment battle. Okay. Really fun. My verse. Actually, my girlfriend may not fuck with that.
Yeah.
Reevaluate.
Hold up. Slow down.
It's art. It's art, baby.
Nah, that's a fact. I think like a compliment battle, the only way it'll work, like you said, again, like because I feel like it was already the perfect contrast with our styles, and then like, you know what I mean, the way we rock, you dig what I'm saying? Like it would probably be like dope to see you like against maybe a female or just something different. Just see yo, you know what I mean, something outside the box, you know what I mean? That would be something crazy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I could definitely see that again. You know what I mean?
The one you mentioned, URL, King of the Dot, as some places you want to go. You didn't mention one place, man. You didn't mention the Riot as any of the places that you would want to visit.
I've been told this fool. I'm trying to battle on the Riot.
He definitely did.
Any of the guys on the roster that you feel like would be, you know, interesting? Like
that's a good question. I have to think about that, but. We were talking about it earlier. The Riot roster is thick. We got some dudes like NXT, Fate.
I think I'm a fan of, honestly.
Real name Brandon, Fate, NXT. I would battle. You know, I think A-Ward would be a fun battle to make happen on the Riot. You know, because it's like y'all putting them against all the gangsters. You know,
switch him up one time.
See what, you know.
Switch him up one time. I can see that happening.
FRAK versus A-Ward at the strip club.
What's up? Come on, man. Stop playing.
But no, I'm a big fan of the Riot. I was telling Ethan, like, next time y'all have an event, I'm going to try and mob down and just come as a fan. I went to a couple events. Actually, my girl's first battle rap event was a Riot event, the one y'all had in the airplane hangar. And she was like, I kind of get it now. When she saw it in real life in the community event, everyone really dapping up and like it wasn't as like, you know, scary as she thought it might be.
No, that's a fact, man. Salute to that. How did you get a chance to check out the Daylight King Bow scenario, that whole event?
The scenario, I didn't see the battles, but I'm definitely tuned into the scenario.
Yeah, man. How did you feel about that? Just pure, like someone coming from MMA, a lot of people, he got like a viral little thing going with the whole herpes crazy shit he had going on.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
He said at the end of a UFC fight, I think he lost that fight, and they interviewed him after, and they were like, "Why'd you lose today? What happened?" And usually a guy will give a reason like, "Oh, you know, the other guy just outclassed me, whatever it is." He's like, "Oh, I have herpes, so I lost." Wow. Something like that. Something along those lines.
I don't know if he lost or won, but I do know afterwards. I don't know if he was trolling, but afterwards it basically was on some like, yo, man, I didn't have much time. All throughout the time I was training, you know what I'm saying? I had an outbreak. I had herpes, you know what I'm saying? Herpes outbreak. So that messed up with my prep time for the fight and everything, like basically. And it was like, people like, what the fuck? Like that was just random. Like, it's him talking about post-fight and then, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, like kind of that's what, but he kind of went viral for it within that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people thought that he would be trolling just like a day, like, because people don't know if he was trolling with that or not either. You know what I'm saying? But,
were you there?
I wasn't there, man. I actually battled that same day.
I saw those clips.
Yeah, I got crazy.
You were kind of going unnecessarily crazy.
I went unnecessarily crazy. I did.
Shout out iBattle, man. Another league like the Riot, who I feel like have propelled themselves from small league to league that matters in its own YouTube world, you know?
For real. But how did you feel about that, those scenarios of that?
See, my hot take is, like, okay, I agree with everyone who gets pissed because it's true. Like, there's a lot of people who trying to extract from battle rap and extract from the culture without really taking the time to like do their due diligence and tap in with like the real people who have been putting the sweat and tears in. So I agree with that. But anytime some bullshit happens like that, I think it's great. I think it's entertaining. Like what Cassidy coming back with the whole ether thing. Everyone's like, it's such a failure. I'm like, think about all the memes we got. Like King Bao, so bad, but hilariously bad. Like I can't wait to see him try and rap because we get a chance to roast that. And roast, like, you know, so I think all these things make battle rap bigger. You know what I'm saying? By being terrible. You know what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying because it can. One of those clips go viral somewhere doing something else, and now it makes somebody who wasn't probably just necessarily a fan, might be a fan of some comedic shit or some meme, and come tune in. That's a dope way to look at it, for real.
And all these industry rappers have pretty much sucked. Like, there's been very few who have been good. And everyone's like, not this again. But to me, I'm like, more. Like, let's see more industry cats come back and fuck up and be trash. And
best industry return so far probably been what? King Los, maybe? Like, I think he haven't got killed, you know what I mean? Like, he battled Daylight. People haven't really said he died. DNA. whatever. It's a good battle. Even the head ice on short notice. Like I think he's the only one who ever. Really
he's never been able to have a good moment though, which is crazy because I'm a big fan of him. Like he's as someone who's a freestyler, like he's someone that I'm like, oh man, like his brain works
straight
crazy.
Up. One of the
but
best.
I feel like he's never been in a situation which really let him
have that moment.
You
he
know
got a big one coming up versus Ill Will.
Oh yeah, okay. So he's still giving it a go.
He's still trying to go at it. Yeah, he's about to battle Ill Will. So if it's any time to have a moment, it might be right now because Ill Will gonna try to make one. That's for damn sure. You know what I'm saying?
Who else came back from?
Jag is considered kind of industry-ish. You know what I'm saying?
And from what I've seen, I heard he's kind of been like improving.
I like
steadily.
his style.
Like
I like
he's
his
starting
style.
to get back there. Had some moments versus Rosenberg Raw when he battled him a couple months ago. So I heard he's kind of getting back there. I don't know, but do we feel like Cassidy? We need to see that again. Like, do I want to see Cassidy battle someone again?
I would.
I think I want to see Cassidy King Bao, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, I'm trying to battle King Bao. King Bao.
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. Keep going. Don't give up now.
Come on, man. Spread the love, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the real. Make that shit happen, man. You feel me? For real. I ain't mad at that, man.
Speaking of industry, you were telling us a little earlier before we started about you going out again for the Wild 'N Out, right? So you, as I understand, you went before. You tried out a couple years ago, didn't go so well.
Damn,
tell us
spilling the beans.
Tell us a little bit of that, and then tell us how this new trial went.
Yeah. I think I can talk about this. I don't think people who are choosing Wild 'N Out are watching this right now.
I mean,
but
if you can't, hey, I don't want to.
There's no
NDA
or anything like that. Okay. All the comedians I try out with they posted selfies with Nick Cannon, like Nick Cannon. So I feel like but anyway, this one. So okay. To tell the story, like 4 or 5 years ago, I tried out, and this is actually a hilarious story. I don't know if I ever told this, but like. I went in there not really knowing what to do, so really it was a tryout. It was an audition where I thought they were gonna prompt me with shit, but they were just like, "Show us what you got," and they're like, "You're a battle rapper. Let's see you battle." I was like, "Who should I battle? Should I battle you, Nick?" And Nick was like, "Yeah, battle me." So then I was like, "Okay," and I really hopped in my battle rap bag and just came with didn't read the room and came with personals, like intense bars, stuff that and it was just crickets. I was like, "Your career's dead. Like Mariah gonna have to carry the casket or something like that." And then I said something about like,
and they in that motherfucking line.
Oh yeah.
Nick's in there smiling.
Get a load of this guy.
You could pick somebody else.
Nick's in there smiling like. And then all his security and producers are looking to see what he thinks about it, and they're like, "Oh, he's not feeling it. I'm not feeling it
either. I don't want to laugh, nigga paying me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be in that motherfucker. Hey man, this career dead for real. Oh, Mariah got a carry. Oh my god, he's dying in here. Like he probably fired.
The other one I said, which I was like. I shouldn't have said this. I was like, said something about him doing a song with R. Kelly and how he's like a child molester.
You got deep on him. You got deep on him.
I tried to.
You got crazy. Yeah, but that's battle rap. And the funny thing is, like I say, like you said, probably didn't work out then. But Nick Cannon, he knows about the sport. So like you said, it probably more so he understood it. But I could see network people kind of backing off, like, hold on, man, like this dude's wilding in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just didn't have a good. I feel like I didn't represent myself, and I don't. Maybe I also wasn't ready. Like I was pretty young back then, and not really. You know what I mean? But this audition was like the complete opposite. Actually, I walked in and he was like, I recognize you from somewhere, bro. And I was about to be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But I was like, I auditioned a few years back. Well, blah, blah, blah. He was like, oh, yeah. But this time I brought in my whiteboard and I got him to give me words and stuff and freestyle about those words. And they really fucked with that.
Man.
And then round two was like this... Round two was this like wild style battle that they had with everyone who made it to round two. It was like 60 comedians in there and me.
Sheesh.
And I was pretty nervous because all these fools were definitely like more famous than me in terms of followings and definitely in terms of personalities. Like just had big charismatic personalities. They're like, what's up? Like the energy's looking low in here. Yeah, everyone was just kind of comedian each other up, be like try and be the big dog. And then the battle started and all these dudes were super trash, and I was like, oh shit. These battle rap is a whole different skill than comedy, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
And it made me really trip on battle rap as like, yes.
Yo, this is not something easy that we do.
They were so whack. So then I got the mic and I just was like, everyone was talking over each other too. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have one chance. So I got the mic and I just like roasted everyone one by one, like went through all like they split us in 2 groups. So I went through all 30 people and just roasted them all.
Man.
And it went super well, and you know I still don't know I still haven't heard back or anything like that, but it felt good. I felt good about it. I felt like I represented
we
myself.
hoping for the best on that, man. When this episode come on, they see it, and man, hopefully, man, you know y'all got the support in our studio on to see FRAK on Wild 'N Out coming up, man. One of the dopest battle rappers, one of the funniest comedians, one of the just overall great guy, entertainer, man. You know what I'm saying? You got our support. We want to see you up there. We're going to be tuning in every week.
Absolutely.
Would Geechi ever do something like that?
I'll do it, man.
Yeah.
I can see me up there for sure.
Your sense of humor and timing is something that's very
have me up
underrated.
there low key. Yeah, me up there with a little dick. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come back and like, come on.
At least let's be the black team real quick.
I can go up there with some jokes. I got some serious jokes.
I was kind of tripping that I was the only battle rapper there because I'm like, the show's mostly rap now.
Yeah,
and I think they have Hitman, they have Strone, they have Conceited, so they have a lot of people who are rappers. So I understand maybe that's not what they're looking for. Maybe they're looking for like a different comedic type. But I was like, at this point, bro, battle rappers, it's such a transferable skill. Like being a battle rapper means you can be a comedian because you have to have that comedic timing. You have to have that comedic timing in battles, and
not every battle rapper, but the ones who get it do get it. They know how to land a joke at the perfect time and get the crowd to, and like even landing the bar in a certain sense, it's kind of like landing a punchline in a comedy realm. You know what I'm saying? So 100%. like I can see why Charlie Clips is up there. Conceited, he always had like just timing. His punches was always boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like walk you up into it, and you know it's going. Hitman's always had that flow, but he's always a lot of his bars are easy digestible. You know what I'm saying? So he putting it into
he's really improved with his like freestyle
his
ability.
Freestyle
humor.
ability,
like, you can see that he's had improv and acting training. And
he's gotten better. He's gotten way better. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, and of course the Sharones and you know what I mean. All those guys on there, man. You know what I mean? They doing their thing for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? What Carter Deems as well. I think he's been on there for a while, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Had some great moments on there, man.
Carter Deems, man, had some great ones, man. So niggas in tune. We've seen a little bit of everybody up there from my verse to Bonnie Godiva. You know what I'm saying?
Bonnie Godiva was on there?
I think she had a time when she tried to be on there. I don't know if she made it, but I know I seen her either the tryout. Was it Dre Dennis? Something like that. It was like some live tryout shit they had up there before with a couple battle rappers. So you know, I think he understands.
Oh yeah, Dre Dennis went up there and fucked
he bombed it, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
When was this? This was a couple years
ago.
I feel you, Dre.
Yeah, some years ago,
Come
man.
Come back.
Ever been in like a scene where you bombed, like comedic, comedy, stand up, anything where you like, damn, I blew this one?
Or rap wise, like just stuff where they weren't feeling the material.
I was like, this girl in the Bay like hired me to do a compliment battle with another woman. Yeah. Like for her birthday or something. It was a super like poetry kind of woke type crowd. Yeah. And I definitely said some bar where I was like trying to be like I was trying to tap in. I was trying to do some like some like pussy grab. I was trying to say something like feminist like pussy grabs back, but I hella like fucked it up and said something like about her pussy, and everyone was like, "What?" Like, ooh. And I was like,
get him out of here! Get
the fuck out of here! The white man ruining hip hop, you know. I was like, "Oh no!"
Man.
I've definitely
y'all didn't like
before.
that. I got a whole other scheme with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, this is a little.
What about you?
Me, I think.
I've never seen you like really choke.
I think I choked one time versus Danny Myers when I had the one round. I had like but I like kind of. It wasn't a bad choke. It was kind of like a damn, and I just went back to rapping. I kind of like had a mental lapse for like 6 seconds or something, and got back to it. Forrest like just bombing now, kind of never really either though. You know what I'm saying? More so like be the moments where it's like probably some shit where it's like oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I clean this up, but never just nothing where I just drew a blank and just shut all the way shut all the way down and nothing like that.
You have like
man.
photographic type memory.
Photographic type memory, yeah. I remember I was telling you, man, so I could see it. So I don't know if I see, I ain't seeing
That's
it, man.
such an advantage,
you know
bro. That it's crazy, cause like for me, I need to be memorized like a week in advance, or
damn,
you know. And for
but you're dope with the whiteboard though.
See, I think that's why my memory's so trash. Is like my brain RAM is taken up by the spontaneity. That when I try and reach back to my memory, I don't have a great memory.
Yeah.
But there's a few guys like that, like Ilmac, Pass, like. We all have to prepare hella, and then there's cats like you and Thesaurus.
Yeah.
And I think Caustic's another person I know with a photographic memory where it's like you look at, like it's almost like you visualize it.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to like. It's like I see it again.
Code.
Yeah, it's like a cheat code, man. I honestly say that, man. There'll be times where I probably done read my bars 2-3 times and I ain't really tried to study them though, but I'm just like, as I'm writing them, I done read it a few times. Then the day when I first try to get them, it'll be like, oh damn, them motherfuckers there go from the line that I read the other day, like, oh shit, I know this shit. You know what I'm saying? So people will wonder how I be able to battle so frequently.
You're like Rain Man, bro.
Yeah, it's like they just popping up like do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just jumping as I'm battling. I'm not even seeing the opponent, seeing lines and shit. Like, yeah, here go the next one. You a bitch, stupid.
You're literally born to do
You
this,
know what
bro.
I'm saying?
For real.
We got a little segment we do here, man, where our battle rap guest battles the money, man. 30 seconds, man, off the top of the dome, man. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, man. This is FRAK versus the money.
Round one, it's on the money.
Let's go. The money is on you.
Brothers, man.
No, it's on you. Round one. He the guest. You always got to go first.
Yeah,
on the home team. All right. Dude don't want no wings, man. Red Bull on the table.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They trying to pay us like they paying for cable.
Okay.
Oh.
But nah, nigga, we finna switch it up to the fire stick. After that, he gonna need some speed stick. Your boy gonna be stank. You know what I mean, man? I'm smoking on some Malibu dank. Come on, man. If it was charged up, nigga, electrolytes, nigga, I'm feeling like that dude on crank. But I don't even know. I'm just rapping off the top of the dome, you know what I'm saying? Representing that bank.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, round one.
But,
you still going on round one.
But I ain't done yet.
Okay.
I'm coming out first round swinging like Tank.
Okay.
This dude Garcia. It's going down. I'll see you later. Hasta luego, fool.
Round one on the wait, he got more.
Like a lie.
God is crazy today.
I'm doing the Geechi. You ain't over with. No,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, FRAK. It's on you.
Okay. Round one.
Round one.
FRAK first the money.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You ain't getting with me. Talk about speed stick. You got that Old Spice. Watch me take it to a different degree.
Okay.
You know what, the money? Turn you to a ghost at night. I turn you to a poltergeist. I'm about to wash the money. Call me Walter White. Check this, man. Talk about the Red Bull. Man, this is the thing. Talk about the Red Bull, because after this battle, I'll be giving them wings. And you know what? Talk about what I say.
Yeah.
Talk about what he don't say.
Yeah.
And your bitch after this,
okay,
she gonna get limon lay.
Oh, yeah. FRAK in the building, pulled up
man.
with the one round versus the money, going crazy. I FRAK in that one, man. He just had a little bit better delivery, a little more conviction.
My first battle.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, next guest you might get him. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, you got me on your resume
You know what I
now.
mean? You got
bro.
FRAK
That's
on your resume, your
track.
first battle. Come on, you only can go
battle.
up from there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Dope. Like, but that's right there. Like, to me, it's one of the lost arts in battle rap. Like, that's why I wanted to really ask you, and I'm glad you know participated with that. Is how do you feel about battle rap? Like, just being totally written, like, you know what I'm saying? And the dudes who freestyle kind of like don't get the recognition anymore like they used to. Like we go hard on Charlie Clips, but he freestyling a lot. You know what I mean? DNA.
Okay, first of all, I think that narrative is such bullshit. I think Charlie Clips just writes bad.
I was gonna say, I say the same thing. I told somebody that. I said, I think Clips is writing this shit.
Like, I wish
sure.
Clips freestyle more sometimes. Like, his
when he freestyles be crazy.
Shit.
You know what
He's
I'm
a
saying?
genius.
That's a
but
fact.
sometimes he just writes the most predictable shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think people think it's freestyle.
Think it's
and he
freestyle
gets
because it's
away
not
with
as
it.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and so now he can be like, see, it wasn't because I wasn't trying.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to freestyle the whole battle, man. Just went up there, you know what I mean? Show me somebody who could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can you throw me some of those, man?
But it gets to that point of like, you know what I'm saying? You get the Sharons, you get the DNAs, you get the yourselves, the people like even Disasters and them who can really get in there and just mid-rounds, just jump somewhere and it kind of like don't get the respect though. It's like if you do a dope freestyle, you know what I mean? People don't understand how difficult that is, basically, is what I say. I feel like when you see somebody freestyle in the battle, that's like extra points.
You are a freestyler.
Most
at this
definitely,
point in
yes,
your
sir.
career,
Appreciate it. No, definitely, and I agree, and I feel like even the times when I freestyle, I don't even get the credit for it. As somebody who you'll be like, damn, man, when you jump into those bags, by me doing it now, I understand it. Like, damn, that's not an easy thing to do. To be able to jump into a freestyle bag, go back to your writtens, maybe jump into a freestyle bag again because you're trying to get the crowd. Because sometimes a lot of freestylers, they jump into that because maybe the material didn't hit or something didn't land right. So, okay, let me jump right here real quick. Or maybe they lost train of thought, so they had to go it stops you from choking. But it's difficult. You know what I mean? Everybody, you see people, as many people as you see choke, if they knew how to freestyle, they would just rap. They would say something different and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like how do you feel like as far as the freestylers, is it like the lost art in the culture right now?
I think it's a complicated question that's super nuanced because in some ways, I feel like it's more respected right now than it was.
Than it used to be.
Because of people really starting to rebuttal, like people
the rebuttals for sure.
A-Ward and Chef Trez. Like Chef Trez really brought it to the URL side of things where it became cool.
Yeah, it's a rebuttal.
Because rebuttaling was always been big in like Grind Time, King of the Dot. Like who's got the dopest flips, bro? Like England too. England, they love that shit. But
yeah, rebuttaling, I don't think it was so big on URL
it was like,
Trez kind of coined that.
Smack DVD never was about freestyles. It was about bringing the hottest bars, mixtape bars, general bars you had. And it was kind of like these two forms of battle rap. One starting from Scribble, one starting from Smack DVD were evolving at the same time. But now, now it's all mixed up. So to see people on URL and RBE like Chef Trez and then people like Geechi and Danny Myers was never a freestyler. Now he's insane at freestyling.
With it. That's a fact, one of the best.
So it's like becoming an attribute you have to learn, which I do appreciate. But I also agree with you, it's a lost art in the sense of like people don't understand it. Like people don't. Like, you see people all the time looking at those Hot 97 freestyles being like, this was a crazy freestyle. They're talking about the New York definition of freestyle,
that's their definition.
which is like free verse.
A free verse.
But people don't understand the difference, and people don't understand the art form and the difficulty of it, so it gets slept on for sure. And it's definitely something that, like, when I do those, like, little whiteboard freestyles, like, whenever I play a show, I start with that to that's my little gesture at trying to keep the art form alive and be spontaneous and in the moment,
Icebreaker for sure. Get people kind of in tune because you definitely showing them because it's like, okay, there's no way he could have wrote this because we just gave him a word that only I knew and you know what I mean?
And being a white boy, like, who's, I often open for bigger artists who came through the Bay when I was younger too. So like having to like I think the first one I ever did was like Travis Scott. This was before he was super big. Like, this is like pretty early on, but I opened for him and the crowd was just not having it. And then I did my freestyle and the crowd was like, then after I did that, they tuned in and I was like, this is a good way to like show people who are like very skeptical is like, I've like dedicated time to this craft.
The Bay is slept on for their freestyle abilities as well though. Like you got cats like Mr. Fab out there who just he's always been able to freestyle and just you know what I mean, just get up there and I seen him on just recently with like the Back of the Class freestyle and doing the little thing where they beat on the desk and I'm just like, yo, still this late in his career in the game, he's still off the top. And a lot of people, that's what we said the difference, the free verse and off the top. You know what I mean? Like, just off your dome. Like, that's the West Coast freestyle, like, where we said, like, what you was doing though as well. Like, you know what I mean? It was garbage, but you did it.
You know, messing with you. Like, out of nowhere.
But, like, but it's the West Coast thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Where we take what's around us, we talk about it to let you know, like, this is right here in the moment. We ain't later on. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going on right now.
Why do you think that is, that it's so coastal like that? You think we're just kind of smarter out here or something?
I mean, it could be.
That's just the way it developed. Like, think about how important like radio and stuff like that is out in New York, where it's like you got to come up to the studio and you have to like, sit with us. This is our guy right here. To get on Hot 97 is like a fucking pinnacle achievement if you're an up and coming rapper. So that style, it probably fits them a lot better based on like career trajectories and the format. Maybe it's a little bit different out here. I'm surprised that it's not as big out there, given that, like you were saying, Smack DVDs are like, give me your hottest bars right here. But for them, it's not, let me come up with something on the spot. It's, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told, 114th Street, 115th Street, 116th Street. Right. So like, that's, I don't know, it's just different.
I think it came from a place of like them being like, of course, the birthplace of hip hop. You got to give them their respect to that. Man, so you got to think if we on the West and we hearing the word freestyle, that's probably what we was automatically, you know what I mean, thinking like, okay, they coming off the top, they freestyling. So we naturally probably
it was a mistake.
Yeah, it was a mistake. Like, we just freestyling real quick, you know what I'm saying?
Freestyle King, Little Flips and stuff when I was growing up too, though. So that was another.
Oh yeah, shout out Lil Flip. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of those, like you know, off the top.
Just started rapping and rhyming some stuff.
Who are some of your favorite freestylers in the rap game?
You know, someone who really doesn't get their flowers, who was a battle rapper, is this cat Juice. You ever watched him freestyle?
Yeah, man.
So he actually beat Eminem in like '98 in like the Rap Olympics.
Crazy.
And he, like, actually, I was watching. It was actually a podcast that Ilmac was a guest. And Ilmac was a guest on, I think it was R.A. the Rugged Man's podcast, and this is Juice. Like, now he's like in his 50s or whatever. He's busted a freestyle. I'm like, this dude's still the best freestyle. Like, it's on YouTube. People will find it, but this dude's crazy. King Los is someone I always mention.
Yeah.
Mr. Fab for sure, slept on freestyler. That's a good question though. There's some other cats I'm super inspired by that do it on a crazy level. Honestly, I think Sharon, even though like he can't really flow, like his autism perfectly builds his brain.
That's crazy. I thought that was a joke. That's serious.
No, it really, like, he's autistic. He's autistic, and he talks about it, but he's autistic in a way where he has like superpowers.
Nah, that's
like,
a fact.
He can really freestyle in a different type of way.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to industry dudes, there's some other people I'll think of too.
Yeah, most definitely. But that's already a cold list right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a cold list right there.
Got one
like
Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes for sure. He used to battle people a lot back in the day.
Really? Freestyle battle? Word.
Speaking of being from the Bay and stuff like that, how has that influenced, like, you know, not just your battle rap style, because we talked about freestyling up, but also like your music style and stuff like that? How has that influenced that?
I think up until recently, I was probably more known for my music than battles, because I've always kind of had one foot in, one foot out. Yeah. And now that I had the SoulCon and Diz, I think the battle rap side, I have probably more battle fans now. But the Bay Area is like its own world. Like, people think LA and the Bay are like the same because it's Cali, but it's like it's its own industry out there. There's like, so like the Bay community is always super supportive of me, and I came up rapping young, so like really getting game from like people like Mr. Fab, people like Zumbi of Zionai, rest in peace. Like, the Bay is a kind of small world where you can kind of meet your heroes, and you know, so definitely has a big effect on you know, my battle rap style and just my music. So shout out to the Bay Area.
No, man, most definitely, man. No, most definitely. Shout out to the Yay area. Like that. Tell the people that Foley Waters back ain't here. Jesus Christ had dreads. So shake 'em. Ain't got none, but I'm planning on growing some.
Even all the Hebrews going down. Caesar's representing me early
Pulling
on.
tight ones. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was one of the
when
classic
you were coming
albums.
up, what was like your perception of the Bay Area and the music scene there?
Yeah, like, once I really got real privy to it, because I got family that's out in Oakland and from the Bay, you know what I'm saying? So I remember going there young with my family, taking me out there like a few times, and be like, okay, it's different than where we from, but it's the same, but it's different though, like, you know what I'm saying? So those few times that I did go, you know, but I didn't get a real understanding for it probably until I got a little older and really was just, you know, being able to move around myself and kind of hear about it. But like, yeah, like the hyphy scene and just all of that was like around the time.
Were you still a kid for that, or were you already
I was probably like in my high school era, you know what I'm saying? Like that. So yeah, you know, still a kid, but then, you know, high school, college era type, you know what I mean? Around that was all the hyphy for me, you know what I'm saying, time. So like hearing all those Get Stupids and, you know, like I became a fan of I'm Not My Job, the Mac Dre's. I liked it. Keek the Sneak, you know what I'm saying? I was a big Keek the Sneak fan. You know what I mean? Like all of that, like I was around for that. So for me, it was just like, yo, these motherfuckers is turned up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think they movement made it all the way down to us as far as like just being realistic, man. If we could talk about it, you know, like just the thizzles and, you know, just messing around and going up. Like we kind of got into that just a little bit, you know what I mean? Where it was just wilding out. I done ghost rided a whip before, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know, but like it was just something that I appreciated though. Like, damn, that's dope what they do. I felt like they were still, like, though we were separated through the gangs down here, I felt like it's up there is less of that. It's not really, it's more like I done went places out there. It's like, man, they more together. They can have big big functions and everybody outside. Not saying it's not dangerous and shit happens, because it does.
Yeah.
But like you get those moments where it's like, man, the whole city out here, and they ain't worrying about nothing, man. They all together. They just repping their sides and they cities and they blocks, but ain't nobody in here really tripping off no colors and all that type shit doing that, like, which kind of fucks up where we from, you know. Like that was something I always respected about up there as well. You know what I'm saying?
That's an interesting perspective on it coming from LA and being able to see the difference between that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, the hyphy movement was no joke. Like in terms of like, it was such a fun time, but fools were like, my friend has a whole brand called like Hyphy Kids Have Trauma, because it's like people were fucked up off pills, people were dying, people
for sure.
were,
I can already know. I can only imagine.
Yeah, but also like an amazing creative time where like so much came out of it musically, stuff that influenced LA rap to this day. So,
you've been to a sideshow already?
Yes, I've been to a sideshow, but you know, you gotta I park my Prius a couple blocks down and walk, you know, 'cause you don't want people with the muscle cars, like people are very
muscle cars.
you know, it's very particular about 40, the cars.
So that's like our takeovers or sideshows.
Basically the same thing when they do the takeovers. Basically a sideshow. They do those out here now, like the young cats. They block off the street and do all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Running around, going wild. You know what I'm saying? But most definitely, yeah. Like yeah. Like you say, that hyphy time was a wild time, man. You know what I'm saying? Was it like? Was that when you like started like getting in your rap bag and that?
I was in middle school. Yeah. But yeah, like my Ghetto Report Card E40 was one of those foundational albums that made me want to rap.
Facts.
You know, I was like, you know, half outside, like doing like youth like rap stuff at the time. Like probably it's the 8th grade is when I started doing it outside, but I was really just like on the internet, like fucking listening to a lot of Kanye, listening to like more conscious hip hop. And then when I discovered hyphy movement shit, I was like, what is this type of stuff? Like this is what you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like a mind fuck of like, oh, okay, this is what's happening around me. I gotta tap into this.
Most definitely, man. Nah, that my Ghetto Report Card classic. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Most definitely.
So you know, since you mentioned him and stuff like that, you know, Kanye, I want to address the star. I want to address the Star David, you know, themed elephant in the room. You know, for me, like, you know, I'm a fan of Kanye, but at the same time, like, my family's half Jewish, you know what I'm saying? So, like, don't get me wrong, like,
another Peruvian Jew in the building.
Yeah, exactly. Shouts to all the Peruvian Jews. If I had a dime for every Peruvian Jew I know, I'd have 2 dimes. That's not a lot, but it's crazy that would happen. It's you and my little brother. That's it. The only other 2 Peruvian.
Shout out your little brother.
Half Peruvian, half Jews. But like for me, like what we were talking about before we started the show, like I'm Catholic. My mom's Catholic. I was baptized and stuff like that. So, but at the same time, I'm the closest thing a lot of people around me know to a Jewish person. So they ask me like, "Oh, you hear what Kanye said?" and stuff like that, half expecting like, you know, some crazy ass response, or half expecting me to, I don't know, get pissed off or have a joke about whatever it is. But like you said, if you were a fan of him before, like, how does that make you feel when you hear him say some crazy ass shit?
That's a good question, man. It's super complicated answer, you know, because Kanye really was like the most foundational artist for me getting into rap music, period. Like College Dropout, probably the first album I ever bought. Actually, I bought Usher Confessions, and then I heard Kanye's verse on Confessions remix. I was like, who the fuck is this dude? And I tapped into College Dropout. I was like, damn, this is amazing. Yeah. Made me want to rap. So always going to have love for him as an inspiration, both as a producer and a rapper. And you know, the shit he's saying, like, for me it wasn't surprising because he already said the slavery was a choice. Like, to me, like, it's all part of the same rabbit hole that people go down on the internet, where you start off with some anti-black racism, you know, go down start hating Mexicans, and you eventually end up at the Jews because the Jews run everything. The Jews run the world. It's the bottom of every conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying? Right. And, you know, I think Kanye had a good point about the music industry. Like, you know, some of these people are Jewish. Not all of them are, but the industry itself is evil. It is taking advantage of young black men. It is, you know, I personally think, you know, it's one of the most terrible industries. And I think Kanye was just putting his anger on an entire race of people, you know, rather than the fucked up capitalist industry, which I do understand because there are Jewish CEOs who are part of that system who are fucked up people. But
it just becomes a thing where I think the issue becomes where a lot of the fans or just the people who critique it more so becomes like, okay, you speaking out because it's not working in your favor or something's not going right for you right now. You're upset with them yourself personally. When everything was going right, you never really said this about her. You did say the few things that George Bush don't like black at times, but you always had your moment of when you did something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Getting an album coming out, something working, something going. So I think in this kind of climate, it's always gonna be like the message can get lost, even though the message can be so real and true. Nobody's paying attention to the message. It's the messenger again. Like, nope, he wasn't caring when he was making them billions off of everybody buying them shoes and doing all this. So he only saying that now because they canceling and doing this and doing that. Like, so it get the message being lost because, like you said, it's still truth in the things that's being said. Yeah. It's just everybody gonna write him off as he crazy or he, you know what I mean? He's bitter.
And
you know what I mean?
It's the type of truth that's almost there.
Yeah.
But you find a scapegoat at the end of it. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like the issue, the problem's right, but the way he's diagnosing it is a little bit off. But you know, I'm not the type of person that like cancels. Like to me, I believe that in like rehabilitation and that we should wait. Like it's the same shit for prisons. Like I don't believe people should go to jail because it never helps make anyone better. It just creates a fucked up system. So I feel the same way about like celebrities. Like give them another shot, help them rehabilitate their mind and self rather than like piling onto them. But you know, I understand why people feel that way about him. But you know,
or in Kanye's case, show him 21 Jump Street, and then that fixed everything. That was that was like the most unexpected thing I could ever see. Was like, so he watched 21 Jump Street and decided, you know what, Jonah Hill. He just saved the whole Jewish people, man, for real. Redeemed everything about that whole situation. So that, of all the things, I'm like, not Happy Gilmore, not Adam Sandler, nothing like that, man.
Come on.
Yeah, for real. Didn't see, Fiddler on the Roof and didn't, get emotional or nothing like that. Like, it was 21 Jump Street. Yeah, and not even Pineapple, not no Pineapple Express, not no Superbad, like 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
But nah, we definitely, man, before we get out of here, we did this thing last time we was here and we had everybody and we kind of talked about who was the top battlers on 100, you know what I'm saying? And we had our thoughts on that one. I think with you being here, we want to know like the top battle rappers that freestyle on 100 and who you felt like would be, you know what I'm saying, the victorious one, you know what I'm saying?
In a freestyle battle?
Freestyle battle. We put Hollow the Don versus Bangs. Both on 100. Freestyle on 10.
Yeah, so who's in this tournament?
So let's do an like 8-man tournament.
Yeah.
We got you in here.
I don't know, bro. Like I'm a great freestyler, but I don't know if I'd make the top 8 only because I haven't freestyled in battles that much. Like I had some great rebuttals against Soulcom for sure. But I don't think I have enough moments. Whereas like some people have more moments than me.
Let's go Sharon.
Sharon for sure.
Hollow. Bangs. Clips. DNA.
Chef
Trez. Let's throw A Ward in there with the rebuttals.
Danny.
Right.
Is that the best?
I don't know. It might be somebody because we missing somebody with the total. Because Diaz is a freestyler too. A lot of times,
Diaz can kind of rap unlimited.
I was also gonna say, even though I understand not putting him in, but the most accomplished freestyle in battle rap history is Thesaurus.
You're right.
He doesn't freestyle as much anymore.
He doesn't.
But he's won
championships. So we putting him in. We gonna put him in right now. We gotta take Danny. We gotta take you out, Danny.
Damn.
Real quick. We got to because we put you last. Might take him and A Ward out low key and put the Source in there for one. And Diaz maybe.
Or should we just make a 12-man? No, because
we need either 8 or 16. Can we find 8 more people on top of the 8?
we could if we really went crazy.
We'd be reaching, you know.
We'll be just.
Now we gotta get the whiteboard out and everything.
Yeah, we gotta really break it down for them to see it after that. You know what I'm saying? So we sticking with Clips. So let's we got the last one. Clips, Hollow, Bangs,
DNA,
Chef Trez,
Thesaurus,
Diz,
and then A Ward and Danny don't make the cut.
And now, so we need one more after Diz. Then
didn't we just say Thesaurus?
Yeah, we missed one.
We still missed one though.
DNA, Hollow, Chef Trez,
Sharon.
Sharon.
Sharon, there we go.
Sharon, yeah.
Sharon, man. Sharon, we gonna go in there. We gonna lead with that one. You know what I'm saying? We gonna lead with that one.
The first person that I would probably cut, even though he's maybe the best, like talent wise, I think Bangs might not, just off legend status and the amount he's done in the game. I think he, you know, he might beat a couple people because he's crazy with it, but. Yeah. His rebuttals are usually like word association type things, where it's like, you said this, and I'm going to take that and make another bar with it. Yeah. But some of these other dudes have had rebuttals that are like personal also, you know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that. So, Bangs, all right, Bangs, you out. They going to hate us, but hey, Bangs, we love you, man. You out, though. You the first one out.
Someone else go. Because I was going to say,
we all going to take somebody out one by one. Until we get to the last one, you got to have your reason why.
I feel like we could probably take clips out. To be honest with you, like there's some dudes on there. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I respect Clips a lot, especially for his freestyle ability. But like, we're talking about who's really going to advance to the next stage.
Charlie Clips has had some of the best, like in moment, like
rebuttals.
What's the thing?
The stretch marks. Yeah.
Like,
hey, baby, come over here.
Like talking to people in the battles. But his I can't think of that many rebuttals he's had.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, that's exactly like there's some elite freestylers on there who can go all day, and I just think Clips he kind of does good when it's like I see some shit, perfect, I can go off it, but like really freestyling all day.
Damn. Okay, so we got Sharon left, Hollow left, Trez left, Thesaurus left, DNA, and Disaster left. So I feel like with that list left right there. Oh, you want to take somebody off? He raised his hand.
Out, bro.
Why are you taking Sharon? You got to have a reason, though. You got to break it down.
Man, it's just the battle rap thing, man. It's like, for me, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know he got his jokes, his like, you know, his comedy stuff with the battles and stuff, but I got the serious. I got to keep it serious. Like, it's serious right here. The rest of the dudes on the list, it's like they gonna come at you with some real
He
shit.
just doesn't fuck with Sharon, which I understand.
Hey, but look, he's our resident, don't know anything about battle rap, like person. So like he's new to learning this shit and shit like that.
Sharon's funny. I was like, Sharon's not funny.
No, he talking shit. I know.
No, I'm not saying that he's a good battle rapper. I'm just saying humor is not his strength in my opinion.
Yeah, straight up, it's not.
But you know, at the end of the day, it's not.
So the money. In a surprising one, eliminates Sharon.
That happens.
He eliminates Sharon, man.
He might have been in my top 3.
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah, he might have been in mine as well. So now we got Hollow, Trez, Thesaurus, DNA, and Diaz left. You know what I'm saying? So now I have to pick mines, I guess. You know, everybody done got a turn. Ah, man. I'm thinking we might have to go I don't want to do that because he don't freestyle as much no more, but just being able to just go.
Is the tournament right now?
The tournament is right now, I guess, though. Then it's got to beat the source if we doing it right. But no, it's everybody at their 100% best.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's a tournament.
He could transform it.
He could transform it to his best.
The whole shit.
Yeah, he could transform it to his best. That's why I say maybe Chef Trez go right here. Only because I feel like Chef Trez, it's out of him and DNA right here for me. And I say that because I feel like Chef Trez with 3 of them things, definitely rebuttal GOAT. Like he can keep. I done seen him freestyle whole rounds and things of that nature as well. But then when you talk about a DNA with the freestyle and just being able to just go, like just beyond, just like he could just keep going and whatever else you going, you know what I'm saying, and keep it going and continue to go on that and just like he probably, and he's been doing it for a long time too. Like I'm going with now with these last names, I'm kind of on seniority. Like who been around doing it a little bit longer. I feel like Trez is the newest of the last people we got left at 100. So I'm going to go Chef Trez on this one, man.
So we got 4 left?
We got 4 left.
So I think if it was based on rebuttals, I would have had Trez winning.
I would have Trez winning if it was all rebuttals. Yeah, he the best rebuttaler on the list.
But if we're basing it on continuous freestyling.
If we saying rebuttals, I got Trez, Bangs, and Sharon at the top 3 for me.
Because like that. Remember, Trez and Sharon had that battle.
Yeah, they had that in the 4th round, right?
Yeah, and like that was just
amazing.
That is a risk. That shit could be
bad. Yeah.
And they both were incredible in that fourth round.
That's
So
a fact.
I think those two probably, if it was to happen now, I would have those two.
Yeah.
But if it's people on their 100, I think you're right. You kind of give the legends some leg room.
Yeah.
So we got Diz, DNA, Hollow.
And Thesaurus.
Hollow and Thesaurus. God, I hate being the one to make this pick right now.
Oh, it's your turn? I thought it was my
turn.
turn. Okay,
it's
good.
my turn.
It's tough.
I'm gonna say DNA is safe for right now. Thesaurus is probably safe for right now. It's gonna come down between the Hollow and Diz for me, to be honest with you.
Sheesh.
I might have to go with Diz on this one as the elimination pick.
Okay.
Just out of like when you think of like for me, why DNA is safe, for example, is because like the freestyles that he does like turn into like really big moments.
Yeah.
It's not just, I can freestyle a lot, I can keep going for days and days and days. But I'm like, how many moments are you actually generating that? What's your high water mark when it comes to the actual content itself? And DNA, you had a moment where what do y'all want me to freestyle? Kevin Durant, goes crazy on that one. So I'm just like you just came up with probably what a lot of people wish could be there.
What was it? Put a PG.
Y'all seen how I did something about y'all seen how I did Chilla Jones? I'll leave a PG missing. Chilla, think Kevin Durant in the playoffs. I'll leave a PG missing.
Crazy. That's one of the best ones. Another classic rebuttal. The person we didn't put in it. Big Cannon.
Big Cannon, yeah. We could have went 16 if we would have got in that lane.
I'm Rip Hamilton because you knew I'm the shooter as soon as I mask up.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We might have to turn this into like a Twitter poll or something like that,
That's a
man.
fact. That's
Make
the
it a
top
whole
8,
tournament,
but
and
we'll
then
do
a Twitter
16
poll.
for the tournament.
We'll do something like
We
that.
got y'all.
So yeah, Diz, it's like I hate to take him out, but it's like, how many big moments do you generate? If it's just about longevity, like Diz will be rapping. If I say go right now, he'll be going until the earth stops spinning. You know what I'm saying? But how much of that is going to be like high watermark material, high impact material? So that's why I got to get rid of Diz. So Hollow, DNA, and then Thesaurus.
Thesaurus is left. Hollow, DNA, Thesaurus.
So if I choose, then it's going to be on the money to choose the winner.
Choose the winner.
He's like, I gotta give it to Mook, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hold it down for New York.
Oh,
real.
He said
he might fuck this all up.
Let's see.
It's no wrong answer, though.
But
you might fuck this all the way up. You know what I'm saying? This could be crazy right here, man.
Oh, man.
I think if we're going about accolades, like I can't cut Thesaurus here just because I've seen him, like when he was at 100, he won WRCs and Scribble Jam back to back, made like 100K in battle rap before that was even a thing. Before Drake came, and
straight up
his money to Geechi. So if we can take that era of Thesaurus, I think this era of Thesaurus, he still can freestyle, but to me it's between DNA and Hollow. DNA to me has worse setups in his freestyles. Like Hollow can freestyle, makes sense. DNA sometimes is like when I'm
just
flicking the machete, they're like say Sharon does this too, low key. That they have the punchline in their head,
but try to get to it is difficult.
It makes no sense.
Yeah,
and that's
Hollow
what separates it.
Is more of a he's gonna try to make everything connect.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
same with Thesaurus, same with Chef Trez.
Chef Trez,
it's cleaner a little bit. But just off impact alone in moments, I think DNA might have more than Hollow. Hollow's had some great freestyles. Yeah. Hollow's my favorite battle rapper of all time. I prefer Hollow. I prefer his freestyles. But I think I got to salute DNA for the Kevin Durant type shit, for the him slipping and falling and electric sliding, for him. What's the other shit he had where he said rookie mistake?
Yeah, rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. You know what I'm saying? I forgot, man.
Oh, cut his mic off. Cut his voice box like Red.
Oh, man. Every time he does something like that, every battle too, he always leaves that in there. So
so I gotta cut Hollow, I guess.
Damn.
Hollow, man. Hollow. I think Hollow was my number one.
Really?
Okay, Hollow, just for what he said as far as everything ties together and makes sense. When I do see a Hollow freestyle, it's like, oh damn, he done connected all of that and it still went to where it went. I think but I can't disagree with the big moments of DNA being just like known for rebuttaling, known for freestyling, known for calling out something that just happened and turned it into like the biggest haymaker and got you. So now we come down to Thesaurus and DNA, and we're gonna leave it up to the money, the great. Who is the number one freestyler on 100 out of Thesaurus and DNA?
All right. I'm actually going with DNA.
He keeping you keeping him?
Yep.
And you getting rid of Thesaurus. Why is that?
DNA been putting on the show for a while, man. He, like every time I see him battle or like, you know what I'm saying, put some bars together, it means something. It makes sense.
So you saw him versus Disaster.
Then I don't think that never happened.
Got him.
Hey, if that battle happened, bro, like Drake should have hosted that.
He should have hosted that one. Yeah, fact.
If that battle happened, that shit would have like 5 million.
I was thinking about it for a second, like, damn, did that happen?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you never. That shit never happened. Yeah. Never see Drake versus this. Yeah.
That's a future battle, though.
That's a future battle, though. That would be something we would.
And you know what?
Let's
to be
make
honest
that
with you,
happen.
if that ever happens, like I don't think that they could settle that in one battle. I think it'd have to be you gotta have again. To be honest with you, they got so much stuff they could probably have another battle.
If it was a second battle, I think Diz should know that DNA is coming.
Oh, surprise that shit, like some wild shit. Like that'll make the second battle more epic if they battle, and then the next time it's like a surprise. Like people don't do surprise battles no more.
But it'll probably be pretty disappointing afterwards.
So. Yeah. So leave it up to the money.
And he
DNA
said
is the winner of the all-time freestyle thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you feel me?
Big
Only because
you know. The money's a big Scribble Jam Thesaurus fan too, so for him to make that decision was probably tough.
Yeah, for sure. Like he grew up watching Thesaurus all the time. He used to always be there.
Who did he battle again in the Scribble Finals in 06 again?
Can't even remember. It was so long ago.
It was so. It was so.
Got so many battles.
He got like about 100.
You know, such a long time ago, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many events you been to? Like back in the day. Like, you used to go to a lot of the ones in the pit and shit, right? Back in the day, down. You know what I mean? When you was down there, Lamert though.
No.
Oh, man, I thought you was down there.
Project
Blow. Yeah. Well. The money, man, is the one who gave up the number one. So don't be mad at us, y'all, when we gave up.
DNA.
It's DNA.
No,
but
I'm not mad at
it's
that.
It's really no bad answer. Honestly, there's really no bad answer. All those dudes can honestly be there. We just had a little fun with it. We gonna actually do a little poll, do 16 teams.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because I'd love to hear. I'd love to also do the one like right now.
Yeah.
In 2023.
Right now in 2023.
We have a tournament.
Yeah.
I do think dudes like Chef Tresh, Sharon A. Ward, Danny
Byers
would be up there, you know what I'm saying?
But how would you format that exactly? Like, would that be something that you think, okay, random opponents, we're just drawn out of a hat, like right now, and then when you get to that point, it's like, are we doing word associations? We're just throwing shit on the wall and see how would you format a tournament like that?
That's a good, because there's so many different types of freestyling, right? Like, there's freestyling on a beat. You know, like if we put a beat on, it might get bad for some people. You know,
you put a beat on, it might be a different level of battlers who can really get in there and do that.
Right. Then there's like freestyle battling, like it's like a battle where you got a minute, but you got to make it up all off the top. But that's hard because people can bring premeditated shit, so that's hard to. And then I think what you're saying, like almost like a Wild and Out game, would be really dope to do like an MC Olympics. Like I actually did this in Oakland. There's this crazy event called Tourette's Without Regrets that they still be having. It's kind of where I came up freestyle battling. And they did an MC Olympics where we had to get a suggestion from the audience and freestyle about that. We had a slideshow above us with different images, and we had to freestyle about all the images that came up every 4 bars, like something like that with battle rappers, and then end the last round with a head-to-head thing, and kind of be like a triathlon. I think that would be super fire.
That'd be cool, yeah.
That would be crazy. We need to make that happen, man. We're going to put that together.
The Riot.
Triathlon of freestylers. You know what I mean?
Man.
Tourney.
I mean, it seemed like Bags and Bodies a little bit was trying to do that.
You know what I'm saying? I did something. I think I showed them the other night, the Bars Over Beats. It happened about a year or so ago, man. Had my guy Young Mac and then Royalty They battled with the beat playing, freestyle the whole thing. There was
wow.
no written.
Was it fire?
It was fire. You know what I mean? It's
Royalties.
like Royalties, another
Nice
underrated
ones,
freestyler too, man. On the West
I've
Coast, he's
seen
young and up and coming, but definitely can come off the top. Billy Boondocks. There's a few dudes on the West that haven't really got they just do, but they can freestyle like on the come up. You know what I mean? So I give those dudes you know what I mean, they credit, man. You know what I'm saying? They definitely can get it, get off the top. You know what I'm saying? But this was the conference call, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got 2 things for y'all.
What?
Who do y'all see Jen coming back to battle?
What?
Besides just having
man, get out of here, man.
Okay.
Hey, Jen just came back to battle. Who do y'all see? Jen coming back to battle, man.
If he came back to URL something right now.
He flexed his battle rap knowledge though. Cause we were sleeping on him and he
tried
good callback.
Good callback on that one, man. He just trying to get one off. He felt like he lost today again. Every time it's over, he trying to come back with one more. I got 2 more for y'all, just to try to let us see it, man. Nah, man.
This is the real freestyle champ right here.
This
is the guy who really wins it.
You know what I'm saying? On the real, we'd love to see Jen back. You know what I'm saying?
It was crazy seeing him out there.
I would love to see him back again, though. Definitely, man. If he get in there with anybody, though, you know what I'm saying? I think it'll be dope. He's a legend, like as far as like that era of battle rap. You know what I mean? He was one of the dudes got signed through battle rapping and things of that nature. So you know, seeing him again, he transcended battle rap too at a point in time in his career. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't hurt to see him on any stage again. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of dudes were big fans of him. I think until Sirius got that battle with him. I think Sirius was one of the ones who finally, because Jen used to smoke a lot of dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Him and Iron Solomon.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But for
that,
he was on a crazy run. Jen was running through everybody.
It's crazy, like talking to him in Toronto and like learning about what his actual life is like. Like this fool's like a literal, like he's Brad Pitt in China.
Yeah, I
so
can believe it.
He lives in China half the year.
I believe it.
And he does like acting roles. Like he's like a very successful actor, whatever. Comes back to the States. Then he came to this Toronto event and he was like so humble, just showing love to everyone. And like you could tell he was a little bit insecure that no one would remember him and that like you know he like wouldn't be accepted. He'd be seen as an outsider. And you know, as soon as everyone's like, bro, you're like the reason I'm into battle rap. Like, and he was giving us our flowers. He's super tapped in with everyone.
Tapped in, he watches it,
And so you could tell when he came back to battling on Mac, he was a little rusty, some cringe moments, but his approach to being humble and still being tapped in, I think he could have a great.
He could have another one if he had more time, definitely.
I think he should do King of the Dot, not URL though, because the URL crowd might be tough on him for that first one back.
For real. Even before King of the Dot, I would suggest even like one of them smaller leagues, you know what I'm saying? Just a little, get your feet wet. Because sometimes I think that's what the comebacks forget. You come back and you get that real culture of battle rap, of where it's underground and still kind of gritty. And you just give them
so
one.
Much more respect
you get more respect that way. So then when you do,
bro,
you know what I mean?
It's crazy that a battle rapper, I mean, an industry rapper hasn't done that, and I think the reason is because they want a bag.
They want the bag, of course.
But if you really want to show respect for the culture, you come and do an battle, do the riot battle, an up and comer, a no name who's on their first or second battle, like you are. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You would get so much respect.
So much respect for it.
And it's like you don't have that cockiness where you think that you can just come in and do something that people have put years of work into experiencing.
Exactly.
It's like you see a first FRAK battle, see a first Geechi battle. We weren't us. Like it took development.
Facts.
Yep. And like the fact that you just think you're so famous and a rapper that you can
we
do
gonna
that.
Come in here and we all just finna be like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, it don't work like that, man. So I think if a lot of those dudes did that, they would be different when they finally get to that stage again. You know what I mean? Just come back to the basics. But excuse me, y'all.
If you were to battle
shrimp and lobster.
If you were to battle any like industry rapper, like realistic though, not like realistic. Fucking Kendrick Lamar, but like who would be someone you'd want to match up with?
Industry rapper that kind of
like people that come to mind are like you know like Lloyd Banks or like
fire.
You know people
Benny the Butcher is the people who be around. They be
exactly.
Around. Yeah, I think those types would be. Like anybody in that realm that talk that street stuff, but they still tapped into the culture like that, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely get in there with any of those cats, man. You know what I'm saying? I think those would be realistic, some realistic ones that could happen. Excuse me again, even though it didn't happen yet, you know, I want to see what he do when he finally gets the chance. The Crooked Eye, when he battled Disaster, like, you know, Crooked, you know what I mean? I'm a fan of Crooked and his bars, you know what I mean? He's one of the dope rappers, so I think he's somebody that, you know, Like that, you know that I would battle. You know what I'm saying? If he was to like, all right, I want to do more than one. Like, all right, I'll get in there with somebody like a Crooked Eye, most definitely. But
yeah, but before we
shot down with Crooked Eye, shout out to Crooked Eye, shout out to Disaster, shout out to GTX. We're gonna be having them real soon, talking about that GTX card. That's the lot. Disaster versus Next, Danny Meyer versus Dev, active real name Brandon. I'm talking Cali Smooth, Saint, Kamikaze, the Kid, Clutch. Yeah, it's a lot
Cali
going
Smooth
on.
And Saint.
Come on,
Two
man.
of the most
Billy
underrated
Boondocks
out
versus Fate.
Yep.
You know
EK versus Dre
Vicious.
Yep.
Ooh, Emerson Kennedy?
It's the whole card is stacked with West on West violence, dope talent from top to bottom.
It's
going down April 23rd. Don't miss out, man. Tickets on sale already. You can be live in the building. I believe they're going to have a pay-per-view for it as well, or they're going to be streaming it somewhere. So we definitely know Ruin Your Day is a part of that, holding that down, man. We all got this going on. So just be there to support it, man. Salute to them. G Will, the whole team over there, you know what I'm saying, at Westworld for helping be a part of it as well. Lush, Diaz, the whole GTX crew, man, being a part of that and bringing that to the West. We definitely want to shout y'all out. My man's with the Central Ave clothing. Shout out my guy, Central Ave Cash, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my guy, Central Ave Cash, man. Y'all make sure y'all run that up. We got the EFB clothing, man. You definitely know that, man. Whenever you're around, man, tap in. Orders will be getting shipped out, too. A lot of people been making orders lately, man. We're going to make sure we get them shipped out for people that's been asking. Anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, just a quick thank you as always to Ruin Your Day, for Avocado for letting us be here and for squeezing us in today, man. Really appreciate for him holding us down.
Most definitely.
The Riot Network is rescheduled just to May 13th?
We're trying to do 14th.
The 14th. Okay, got you. So yeah, looking forward to that. We're moving some of the battles that we were gonna have in March over to that card. And around the same time as a lot of crazy events do. KG putting together Live and Die in LA 2. Also earlier that month in May is gonna be RBE Divide and Conquer. So I'm torn on if I want to go to that one. I might pop out for my first ever RBE event. So maybe we'll make something happen. So we'll see what's up. But also, man, thank you to FRAK, man. This has been in the works for some time. Really appreciate you coming
made
down.
Sure to chase me down before I left.
I saw that tweet and I never hit the message button quicker, man. For real, I'm like, we gotta make that happen.
That's a fact. Anything you want to shout out?
Man, shout out to Money.
Hey,
Young Limon Lay.
Limon Lay, man. For sure.
I can't believe we battled, bro. It's legendary.
Like,
that was
feel
my
me?
next battle.
Got that out the way early.
Geechi Gotti, like,
That was real shit. You weren't scared. You did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I grew
man.
up hip hop too, though.
Nice.
Absolutely.
But nah, shout out shout out Geechi and Ethan for having me. Follow me at FRAK the Person, always doing content and music and skits and all that. And also follow Rap Off Battles. We got a lot of shit in the works. Me and Mac Pass. Definitely gonna have Geechi on. Definitely having other fools on where we're just like really gonna try and be in our bag this year and make a lot of battle rap cartoons. For any of y'all who are like the ketchup and mustard and the Kraft cheese battle and shit, like we're really trying to make more of that and just put battle rap on a more mainstream level using those cartoons and using all the talent in battle rap. You saw twerking Danny Myers battling as fish and shit. I'm like, come on, everyone's doing it now, so the rap off's gonna keep working this year.
Nah, most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is, man. It's your boy Geechi Gotti, man. No studio on. Shout out my guy Craig, couldn't be here. Conference call, Ethan in the building, the Money in the building, FRAK in the building. Y'all know what it is, man. This is where the bosses talk. Conference call, the CC show, powered by Ruin Your Day. No studio and network. Yeah.
Clear it out, we ain't fighting unless we in jail. How much gun smoke can you inhale? The whole scene bloody and I'm still standing. Chopper going